flashing back, did you enjoy being a flight attendant? And how did that come about?
I loved it. I literally loved it. It was like, the first 6 months I hated, because at Gatwick there was like 90% of like nice people and 10% horrible people, and I happened to fly with all 10% of the horrible people in my first 6 months. Plus also I was 18, hadn't really like had any sort of real life experience, going away, like missing out on lots of stuff, like especially that summer that everyone finishes their A-levels and like before they go to uni, or like all my friends being back for 3 months after uni, and I'm like, oh, I can't come out today because I've got a Paphos there and back, or like, oh, I'm in Antigua for 4 days. But after that, I did it for 9 years. I was a cabin manager for 3 years. I used to love being a cabin manager. So I was in charge of the whole plane, so in charge of like 10 crew, sort of working with 3 pilots. I was really in charge of them, but they don't like to say that. Or at least on my flights anyway. And then like 300 passengers. And I just loved like the problem solving aspect of it. And I think, do you see that a lot in me now, that because where I don't have like the problem solving aspect in my job as such.
You try to problem solve for me.
I problem solve everything.
You do.
I love it.
But
I will always find a way. Like last night, for example,
yeah,
my dad was like, oh, Sam's taken your big suitcase home but hasn't taken the little one. And I'm like, there must have been a way. There must have been a way to like get it in there.
Yeah. Well, you could just taken it home, as I said.
Yeah.
But back to, does she love it? I mean, we go on flights, like sometimes 8-10 hours. I don't even see her on the flight. She becomes another member of the staff. And I've seen her like open things, put stuff away. She disappears with the rest of the crew. I'm on my own.
Especially watching... like on like a Gatwick flight, I know all the crew, so I'll be down the back galley with them. But I'm going to New York with my best friend Luke in a couple of weeks. And he's working. I said to him, I was like, please, can I do the bar paperwork? And he was like, no, you can't. I was like, oh. I was like, can I watch you do it? And he was like, yes, okay, if you want to watch me do it.
It's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you know, I always wanted to be a pilot as one of those alternative jobs. You know what I mean? Because I like the idea that you'll kind of, get the plane and you're controlling it and everything, and I like the whole idea of that and the uniforms.
Yeah.
Some of them are brilliant.
Yeah. I mean, we went to Cancun on holiday, didn't we? And on the way home, we'd paid to sit in business because specifically because I was landing home from holiday from Mexico on the Monday morning, and on the Tuesday morning I was going to Orlando on holiday. So
I'd never been in business before.
No. So I was like, right, let's pay for business so that then I can sleep, and then I'll be fine to then unpack my case, repack my case, go and get my nails done. I'll be fine. Amazing. Done. I knew all the crew, so I spent probably the first 4 hours of the flight in the... Oh, no, sorry, actually I didn't. So while the service was going on, because I knew the crew, they were, like, pouring me these huge glasses of wine. So I'm, like, knocking them back. Then I went down to see my friends that are working in economy, so I'm in the back galley with them, drinking. And then I got stuck behind a trolley when they were clearing in, and I was like, I said to the guy, can I, because it was the cabin manager, like, can I have a go? And he was like, yes. So I started collecting trolleys, like trays in and putting them in the trolley, and people were like, isn't that Amy from Love Island? And I was like, yeah, I used to work here. And he was like, actually, go and sit down, please. And I ended up sleeping for about an hour of the flight. My friend came woke me up in the morning. She's like, how do you feel? And I was like, horrendous.
You should have got paid.
Exactly.
That's right, I know. Re-auditioning.
I love it.